that are anywhere from 10 to almost 15 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. And that is really making a big difference in how comfortable it feels out there. Comfortably cool, if we can call it. 36 at Central Park in Massapequa, 32 in White Plains, Bridgeport at 29 degrees. You still want the jacket. We have a bit of a breeze. And yes, while temperatures will be in the low 50s, again, not quite tank top weather, but it'll be nice compared to yesterday. By 1 o'clock, 51 degrees. Our high today, 52. We'll still be in the mid and upper 40s even through 10 o'clock. So that next system approaching, keeping our temperatures up overnight as well. But we do stay dry, rain free through tomorrow morning. All right, at 6:30, dry roadways out there, Emily, but plenty of delays.
Yeah, plenty of trouble. Good morning, everyone. 78 eastbound Pattenberg Road, exit 11 Bethlehem. We got a crash. Delays. Couple lanes blocked with this one. Also slowdowns continuing with this sinkhole repair on 80 right near exit 34. So you can go with Route 10 or 46, although really even 15 getting very slow. Disabled tractor trailer that's on the Turnpike truck lane southbound right near Route 18. Here, the Cross Bronx, you're going to find a slow ride into 3rd Avenue, and we got a crash on the LIE right near Douglaston Parkway. Darlene, back to you.
Emily, thank you. 6:31 right now.
Maybe at recess because it'll be dry. Temperatures climbing near 50 degrees at that point. It's nice, pleasant spring almost feel for tomorrow, or I should say for after school. Now tomorrow, stormy weather at the bus stop. We'll talk about timing in the 10-day.
Thank you. And still,
trailer is closing Route 28. This is right near Findern Avenue. Coming up, I'll tell you about slowdowns on 78. But first, Chapter 4 showing us accident just cleared here. LIE eastbound at Douglaston Parkway. Darlene, Michael, look at that. Ride's starting to get a little bit better.
Thank you, Emily. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be back.
Rise, Maria, it's just amazing, right?
Look at you.
Look at us.
That's right. It is beautiful. We had just this really a few minutes of spectacular. Now it's lovely. It's still that sliver of bright sky, but you see that blanket of clouds. No precipitation just yet, and we are going to be rain-free for today, but we'll have sun and clouds for the afternoon. Off to a relatively warmer start, right? About 10, 15 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. 36 at Central Park, 32 in White Plains, 31 in Islip. Of course, we're going to be going through a lot of changes today. Not too bad, but this big springtime system will be making its way off to the east. Already severe weather across Oklahoma and Texas. This is a true spring system just by looking at the advisories that are up. We have blizzard warnings on one side, tornado watches on the other. For us, we do have the potential for some of these elements to reach severe limits. So we do have that heads up from the Storm Prediction Center, especially from central into South Jersey. Primary concerns for us will be maybe some hail. We've got the heavy rainfall, but also gusty, damaging winds. That's kind of the bigger threat that we'll be watching for tomorrow. Notice really the second half of tomorrow. So the morning commute is going to be in fine shape. It's later on. You got to be ready. By 4 o'clock, I stop at that line of showers and thunderstorms getting ready to come through from eastern Pennsylvania through the evening rush. And this is from the Hudson Valley through the city, New Jersey, Long Island, and Connecticut as this line sweeps through. By 9, 10 o'clock, starting to clear Long Island, and then things quiet down pretty quickly. So Thursday's looking nice. Again, the wind threat for us is something I'll be watching closely, really picking up during the afternoon. South winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour as that line comes on by. So something to keep in mind for tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy a pretty quiet day. We climb out of the 30s, right about 45 degrees at 11 a.m. 52 our high today. We'll hang on to that through about 5 p.m. And then fair skies overnight, nearly steady temperatures in the 40s. We'll get back up into the 50s tomorrow. Of course, second half stormy weather. That clears, so the rest of the week is pretty quiet, still near 50 degrees by Friday. Saturday and Sunday looking pretty quiet at this point. And how about another warm up next week? We're right back to near 60 degrees by the middle of next week. All right, 6:46 now. Emily, what are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Maria, Tuesday morning ride. Slowdowns on 78 eastbound near Pattenberg Road, exit 11. You can see that backup. Still a couple lanes are blocked. Also got delays here on 28. Stalled tractor trailer closing 28 both ways. That's into Findern Avenue. So 287, 22 good ways around it. Sinkhole repair continues to close 80 by exit 34. You can take exit 28 to 10 or 46, but all those very busy, especially Route 15. Deegan crash off to the side. People still taking a look at the flashing lights right near 233rd Street. Around it, heavy down toward the Cross Bronx. Seeing about 25 minutes in at the George Washington Bridge. You can see the Cross Bronx delays in 3rd Avenue. Also, Gowanus inbound. That's going to be pretty heavy too. 22. And yes, the LIE, quite a bit of slowdown into Woodhaven Boulevard. That accident, Douglaston Parkway, did clear. We've got subway delays 6J and L. Alternate side parking rules, they aren't in effect today. Michael, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Emily.
Thank you for streaming with us. I almost forgot what day it was, but it's Tuesday. It is March 4th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Emily West is here for Adele. She's tracking our roads and rails on this Tuesday morning. And Storm T4's LaRosa is here with a look at today's forecast. So it's not as cold as it was previously when it was colder.
When it was colder.
I call it more reasonable. More
That's very
reasonably
good.
cold.
More reasonably cold.
More reasonable. It's
Okay.
not rude. It's just regular.
Right.
March. All those words to describe it. We also have dry conditions. So the umbrella not needed today. Tomorrow's a different story. But as you can see, the cloud and radar picture showing a little blanket of clouds over the area. But we're tracking much bigger problems here. This is our big spring system winding up through the Central Plains. Already severe weather with this across parts of the south. We'll see showers and thunderstorms as early as tomorrow afternoon. Between now and then, not too bad. We do have clouds, a few peaks of sun. Temperatures by 2 o'clock already in the low 50s. So warmer than all day yesterday, of course. We hang on to the low 50s straight through the late afternoon. It should be a pretty quiet evening, and the temperatures that will be generally in the mid 40s, even into the overnight. And then more clouds through tomorrow morning, but it does stay dry. We'll talk about the arrival of rain in just a little bit, but let's talk about your arrival time. Emily, how are the commuters?
Maria, well, good morning, everyone. It is going to be delayed a little bit. We've got slowdowns here at the George. That's about 30 minutes inbound upper level. There's an accident in Henry Hudson Parkway in the 140s, backing things up to the George. Also crashed off to the side, digging in the 230s. 78 eastbound Pattenberg Road, exit 11. Couple lanes blocked with this crash. Been there for a while. Disabled a truck that is closing 28 both ways into Findern Avenue. So 22, take 287 instead. And then the sinkhole repair still closing 80 eastbound. Approaching Main Street, 4610. Use those instead. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you, Emily.
Maria, so look, these are hopeful temperatures.
Oh, hopeful. Yeah, that's optimistic, right? Yeah, they are improvement over yesterday if you didn't like the chill, right? But cool enough for that jacket from Elizabeth, Mineola, New Rochelle. Temperatures in the 30s. You can see by 5 p.m. dry with some sun and the 40s and 50s. But we're talking 40, 50 mile per hour gusts by tomorrow. So we're going to break down our storm threat and the wind damage potential too in the 10-day forecast.
Maria, thanks. Still to come in New York.
And we're going to disable Henry Hudson Parkway southbound. This is right near 125th Street. So back up past the George Washington Bridge. Coming up, couple tie-ups on 78. I'll tell you where you will slow down. But first, live look in Queens. LIE. Stop and go traffic into Woodhaven Boulevard. You're watching Today in New York.
Tuesday morning. I'm checking out, Maria, looking at what kind of accumulation we could get.
Yeah, so we're definitely getting rain, and we're getting rain all across the area, including in Mercer County right there. So while we're looking at maybe half an inch to an inch in most spots, there will be places that pick up more than 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. It's that kind of system coming on through. And so we are looking at not just smaller streams and creeks, but also the ponding on the roadway when we're talking about that flood threat. On top of that, we've got some snow melt. And so for areas to the north, you've got 3-4+ inches of liquid locked up in snow that starts to melt. And so there could be some ice jams. So those waterways that get blocked up with the melting ice on those rivers and streams could back them up a little bit. So a lot going on tomorrow when it comes to that flood potential. On top of that, with the showers and thunderstorms, some may get to that severe limit. What that means is, especially in that zone in orange for most of New Jersey, it's damaging winds and even the possibility of some hail. So I'm going to break it down for you in just a second. I want to skip over today, which is not too bad. We're starting off rather gray. Temperatures into the 30s. Will be climbing into the 40s throughout the morning. By noontime, 48 degrees. Sun and clouds and temperatures right about 52 degrees. So in that regard, an improvement over yesterday. And generally a light southerly wind. Temperatures holding in the mid 40s through tonight. Now, by tomorrow morning, most areas are still dry. We'll start to see some of those showers that sneak into the north and west of the city early, but really the evening commute everywhere. This is going to be a problem because the rain's going to be heavy and those winds will be gusty. Really starting 3-4 p.m. moving across the area. During the PM commute, just count on everything slowing down, including air travel. By 9-10 o'clock, most of this is out of here, and we're looking ahead to a nice, quiet Thursday. But obviously, the wind's a big concern when you're talking about gusts for a couple hours of 40, 50+ miles per hour. So today, nice and calm, 52 degrees. We'll see temperatures hold in the 40s during the overnight, back up to the 50s. The second half of the day is the stormy one. But here's the great news, pretty quiet through the end of the week, the weekend, and into early next week. All right, Emily, what are you keeping an eye on?
Yeah, it's been pretty active this morning, Maria. Good morning, everyone. Suffolk County will start here. Long Island, Sunrise Highway westbound Hospital Road. We've got a crash. You can see those delays. Also going to find some slowing LIE in the Glen Cove Road, continuing in toward Woodhaven Boulevard. BQE outbound Queens Boulevard, crash there. Slowdowns all the way continuing back to the RFK Triborough Bridge. Henry Hudson southbound at 125th. Got it disabled, slowing all the way back past the George Washington Bridge. That's about a 30-minute go in. And then still this crash, 80 eastbound, actually sinkhole repairs still causing delays right near exit 34. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you.